Hi guys, so I want to show you this report from Sky News. Not very positive. Boris Johnson went to Brussels to meet with Ursula von der Leyen, the President of the European Commission, and well, they're kicking the can down the road basically. So let's see the report.
In Downing Street, and to be fair, a downbeat update is how you might phrase this, Sam.
That's right. After 3 hours of talks, a pessimistic statement just released by Number 10 with one big decision. Let me read you a senior Number 10 source. The Prime Minister and Ursula von der Leyen had a frank discussion about the significant obstacles which remain in the negotiations.
So a frank discussion, not a positive discussion, not a friendly discussion, not a warm discussion. No, a frank discussion. Basically, I think it's at this stage, the European Union has said, these are our red lines. Boris Johnson has said, these are our red lines, and no one's willing to move.
Very large gaps remain between the two sides, and it is still unclear whether these can be bridged. The Prime Minister and Ursula von der Leyen agreed to further discussions over the next few days between their negotiating teams. The Prime Minister does not want to leave any route to a possible deal untested. The Prime Minister, and this is the key bit, and Ursula von der Leyen agreed that by Sunday a firm decision should be taken about the future of the talks. So there you have it. There appears to be a deadline, another deadline for Brexit.
Okay, another deadline. So, okay, why is there another deadline? There are two ways of looking at this. Boris Johnson and Ursula von der Leyen honestly believe there's maybe a possibility, add an extra few days. It's not going to make a huge difference regarding the timeline to get it implemented. Let's give it a go. Or the alternative is that Boris Johnson is planning to crash out without a deal anyway, and he's going to put this forward as, look, let's give it a go. I've nothing to lose. I'm going to crash out without a deal. I'm going to come back and say, I tried my best. I even gave the Europeans an extra few days. They wouldn't move. We're leaving on Australian terms. Now, of course, Australian terms means a no deal Brexit. I think this is the way it's going to end up. I think Boris Johnson is going to push for another few days of talks. Both sides are going to talk about how, release to the media how things are progressing, but there are still many obstacles. And then there will be the cutoff date of Sunday, perhaps, if it's not extended again. But let's say Sunday it is the cutoff date. The two sides will say, look, that's as far as we could go. Boris Johnson will say, we're leaving on Australian terms, which is, of course, a no deal Brexit. He'll return, he'll say, look, I told you I'd get an Australian style deal. We have our Australian style deal. I didn't deliver a no deal Brexit, because Boris Johnson is afraid to tell the public that he has not succeeded in getting a deal. He's been pumping the idea of, I'm going to get a deal, I'm going to get a deal, I'm going to get a deal. And of course, it will be the Australian style deal. Because once again, as I said before, the public don't understand the difference between an Australian style deal and a no deal Brexit. He's conned people before in the last general election with Get Brexit Done. He conned people with the oven-ready deal, which was the withdrawal agreement. And he's going to con people once again. Unfortunately, I think most people will be gullible enough, or will actually buy the idea that Boris Johnson has succeeded when he's actually failed. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?